Okay.
Does that make sense?
Not at all.
You are stomping all over my constitutional rights.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
He pushes my hands off. So he's sovereign citizen.
In the U.S. judicial system, it's said that no one's above the law, but some people think they don't have to follow the rules. We're taking a closer look at 6 times sovereign citizens were arrested on police body camera. Welcome to After Hours, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Sam Goldberg. First, let's talk about what sovereign citizens actually are. It's a very loosely defined group of people that believe U.S. laws don't apply to them, based mostly on cherry-picked court rulings and statutes. This can lead to traffic stops by police, who often find these, quote, sovereign citizens driving with fake plates or without a driver's license. We begin today's After Hours in Myrtle Creek, Oregon. It's April 2022, and a police officer noticed problems with an SUV's license plate. Jania Green Carnes is in the driver's seat, and she's frustrated from the very first moment.
Hi there.
Yep.
Hey, I'm Officer Kennedy, Myrtle Creek Police. I gotta let you know conversation's being recorded, okay?
Yes, it is.
The reason for the stop today is that I noticed your tags are expired. Do you have your license on now? Okay. Is that a firearm under your jacket? Don't reach for it, just answer it. I don't know. I'm asking if it's a firearm, so if you reach for it, we have issues.
It is.
Okay, don't ever reach for it, okay? Okay. Will you do me a favor? I'd like to remove that from you.
I would rather remove it myself
Okay,
than
you're not
place
going to
it
do
on
that. You're not going to put a firearm in your
Sir,
hand. Okay, so just hear me
I
out.
am
Stop
not-
talking. Just let me explain, okay? It's for my safety. I don't mean any harm to you.
Excuse me, but it's about my safety.
Okay, I'm not going to hurt you, nor am I putting off an intimidating
Well, I'm
factor.
not
Okay, just
going to
listen.
hurt you.
This is what I would like to do, okay? All I would like you to do is cross your fingers like this, put your hand on your head, and I'd like to just grab it and take it out. I'm not going to seize
No,
it or
I
anything
do not
like that.
want my weapon outside of my vehicle.
Where's your ID?
I do not want my weapon outside of the vehicle.
Where is your
I
ID?
am willing to put my weapon on the dash so that you can clearly
Do not
see it.
touch that gun.
Fine.
Okay.
Then it'll
I'll
see
tell you
where
what.
it's at.
Put the paperwork on the dash for me. Put the paperwork on the dash.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to, and it's a lawful order. Put the paperwork on the dash now, and put your hands on the steering wheel and don't move them. Okay? You're being confrontational. You have a firearm. We're not going to play that game. I'm going to get your name, date of birth, and I'm going to continue my traffic stop. Do you understand that?
I think I'll just plead the fifth.
That's fine. I recommend that. Well, if you're not going to plead the fifth, you're going to need to present me with an ID. Can you point to where your ID is?
No, sir. You told me to put my
I
hands
did,
on the
but
steering
you
wheel.
told me you were going to plead the fifth, which means you're not going to talk anymore. Okay, if you're not going to talk, you can't tell me your name and your date of birth. Does that make sense? So will you tell me your name and date of birth?
Not until I present this paperwork.
Okay. 3216. Can I get another unit? I'm going to get my chief down here for you.
Okay.
Keep your hands right where they're at.
I will keep them there as long as I can.
Okay. Perfect. They need to remain there, and your hand needs to stay away from that.
And I already told you, I will keep them there as long as I can. This is not exactly a comfortable position.
Not yet. Female's verbally uncooperative.
I am not uncooperative.
firearm
I
on
am
her hip.
simply answering you without lying.
Not at this time.
See, you guys always do that. You guys always make something up that isn't there.
What did I make up today, ma'am?
You're saying I'm being confrontational. I'm not being
Okay,
confrontational.
maybe let me
I
use a
am-
different word. Argumentative.
Well, maybe argumentative, but I'd say so are you, because you're not getting everything you want exactly when you want it.
Yeah, because I gotta survive every contact, and
I
I'm gonna
understand
get
that.
what I want when there's a firearm involved.
You know what?
It's gonna happen.
I'm sorry, but it's the police that have proved themselves to be unreliable.
Oh yeah? Have you ever met me before?
Yes, I
You've
have.
met me. Where did you meet me?
Matter of fact, really doesn't matter.
Okay, so you haven't met me, so therefore you have no idea whether I'm reliable or not.
All I know is you're wearing a monkey suit.
A monkey suit? I believe it's a police uniform and a badge. But that's fine. I get what you're trying to do. You're mad at the badge, not at me. I'm just trying to go
I
home every
don't
day.
trust the badge.
Okay, you don't have to trust me, but not that I don't trust you, I can't trust you because I don't know you. Okay, I stop hundreds
Okay.
and I stop hundreds,
that's-
possibly thousands of people every year, And I have to survive each of those contacts for
And I
a
understand
duration of 25 years.
I understand that.
I know how to do that, and I know how I want people to react if they do have a firearm. And so that's what I go off of, okay?
And I was willing to compromise with you, but you're not willing to compromise. You want it
What
your
is the
way.
compromise?
I am willing to put it on the dash, or even to allow you to put it on the dash. I
would
not
like to do that.
willing to allow you to remove it from my vehicle.
Okay. I can work with you on that a little bit. If I'm going to put it on your dash, I'm going to unload it first.
That's fine.
Okay. Will you put your hands on your head with your fingers crossed so I can remove it from you? Thank you. I appreciate that. Any other firearms with you?
No.
Okay.
Can I put my hands down now?
Yes, ma'am. If you could keep them at least visible, that would be wonderful.
Now, can I begin going over this paperwork with me that you're going to thoroughly disagree with me on anyway?
I'm not saying I'm going to disagree with you. It may be legitimate, okay?
It is legitimate.
Okay.
I've done
Well, that's
my
fine.
research in my own
Once I get this done, we'll move on with the rest of the stop.
It would have been a lot easier just to push the deal.
You don't get to decide how things go. Okay. I'm all about respecting you and trying to work with you.
I was
but
trying to be helpful.
You were not. I was asking you to do something, and you were refusing to.
I was talking about with getting the bullets out of the gun. I was just trying.
Well,
it would have been easier and faster to get the bullets out if you'd have pushed the release.
Okay.
That's all I was trying to say.
Before that, I was giving you a lawful order, and you were refusing to obey that. For personal feelings, I understand that. You did not prefer it that way. But there's times during a traffic stop or an interaction with police, you have to set your personal opinion or feelings aside to obey a lawful order.
You agreed to put my weapon on my dash.
Afterwards.
No.
Correct.
You
After I
agreed
told you
to put my weapon.
Okay, we're gonna stop this. I'm gonna wait for the
dash.
chief. We'll go from there. I'm gonna put it on the dash now. You need to not reach for it, and I'm gonna put it on that side. Will you roll that window down?
I have to turn.
Just turn it to the on. Yeah, accelerator on. That's fine.
Sorry.
Actually, I'm gonna hold it here until the chief's here. Okay, where's your identification at?
I think we'll just wait for your chief.
Fine with me.
The chief of police arrives to help the officer.
I have the firearm now. So essentially, approached. I noticed she had the firearm on her hip. Not a big deal. I asked her if it was a firearm that she'd point at it or tell me instead of reaching it. She reached for it. Anyway, I asked her to put her hands on her head so I could remove it from her and take it back to my vehicle to secure it during the rest of the stop. She was mildly argumentative. She refused to do that. We ended up coming to a compromise. She let me take it off her and unload it. So it's been a bit of a confrontation. I've asked her for a license multiple times. She said she wouldn't give it until you got here, so that's where we're at. So can I have your license?
Because I don't want to repeat myself.
Okay, can I have your license, please?
Okay, just real quick, ma'am, just so you know, my name is Chief Brewster. Let you know I got my camera going too, so it is recording, okay?
Okay? I've got my camera recording as well. Now, as I told you before I relinquish my information, I am going to go over this paperwork. Okay? Which, of course, is not in order. I promise this was in order when I put it in.
Despite being insistent that she read the papers to the officers, it takes Green Carnes a while to get things organized. But she finally finds what she's looking for.
So, as you're asking me for my driver's license, I do want you to know that the right of the citizen to travel upon the public highways and to transport his property thereon by horse-drawn carriage, wagon, or automobile is not a mere privilege which may be permitted or prohibited at will, but a common right which he has under his right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Under this constitutional guarantee, one may, therefore, under normal conditions, travel at his inclination along the public highways or in public places. and while conducting himself in an orderly and decent manner, neither interfering with nor disturbing another's rights. He will be protected, not only in his person, but in his safe conduct. And I can give you where to find that if you would like.
And we don't need to. The U.S. Supreme Court has already squashed that, so...
No, the U.S. Supreme Court has not.
Yes, they have. And you do have a right to travel. You have a right to travel by your feet or your horse, but you have to have a driver's license.
No, you do not.
Okay, we can argue this later, so you need to provide the officer with your driver's license, or you will be arrested for failure to carry and present.
For what crime?
Failure to carry and present a driver's license. That's a Class C misdemeanor in the state of Oregon.
Without a crime, it is not a failure.
So you have to let go of it. You have to present
Why do-
it to him.
Why do I have to let go of it? I presented it. You can see it.
Do you have a concealed handgun license with you?
No,
Okay. Do you have insurance for the vehicle?
not required.
Okay.
Good. Whether you feel it's required or not, do you have insurance information? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Do you have registration information? Whether it's required in your opinion or not, do you have...
I don't know if it's here in the car or not.
Okay, so you just don't know. Okay, that's fine. I'll be back.
Green Carnes continues to be uncooperative and invokes her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent for the time being.
So, ma'am, here's the deal. If you believe that this is part of your right to travel, this isn't the place to argue that. Okay? That's why they have a court of law.
You mean another waste of my time?
Okay, well, you're citing what you think's a part of the Constitution, and so if it's constitutionally sound, that's what a court's for, and that's why there's appeals processes. If you don't like the original court ruling, okay, and if you read closely, they did not rule that you have the right to travel without a driver's license in a motor vehicle. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
And I can show you.
Well, that's fine. Again, if you believe that that's the case, that's what a court's for. It's not to set out here and argue on the side of the highway with the officer, because that just escalates things and things turn worse. We'll be back with
I
you.
did not authorize him to do that.
Do what?
He told me he was going to put it on the dash.
Okay. Well, I'll talk with him. Okay. Are you giving it back to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it in this bag with all the emails.
Who is she?
Suspended violation. I've never dealt with her before.
So she prevented you a driver's license, and she's suspended?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask her if she knows that. That's a crime if she knows she's suspended.
Well, also, she was cited and convicted on December 29th of 21 for driving west from the Government Church on a public roadway. So,
Ma'am, did you know your driving privileges are suspended in Oregon?
I plead the fifth.
Okay.
After checking her information in the system, the officers decide it's time to arrest her.
Hey, Gina. So this is the deal, okay? I need you to step out of the vehicle because you're being placed under arrest for carrying a concealed firearm.
You're placing me under arrest for a concealed firearm.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask what led you to that decision?
Okay, well, you're carrying a concealed firearm, and that's a crime in Oregon.
ma'am, do you recall I asked you if that was a gun underneath your jacket?
And I said yes.
Okay, so by me not being able to tell whether it was a gun or not, it was not in open plain view, right? Okay, so it would have been concealed if I can't tell that it's a gun.
You could obviously see the butt of it.
If you got your sweatshirt covering that gun, it's concealed. An open carry is open carry, nothing obstructing the firearm or the holster that it's in.
So had it been on the dash or like flat on the passenger seat,
Or had it been on your side without a sweatshirt covering it, that's not concealed. But you have it under
So
clothing,
now
that's
you
concealed.
guys want to nitpick.
and additionally, it's also a crime to present me with a driver's license knowing that it's suspended. I see you were convicted of driving while suspended in December, late December of 2021, which was only a few months ago. Additionally, you haven't been reinstated at all since then, so there's a pretty good inclination that you knew you were suspended and knew that license was not valid. That's also a crime in the state of Oregon.
You're making assumptions.
No, that's...
You're making assumptions.
Oh, as far as your knowledge
You're
of that?
assuming whether I knew or did not know.
Right, I never said I knew for a fact. Okay? I'm not in your mind, I can't know that. But there's pretty good evidence to show that you likely knew. But additionally from that, for the concealed firearm, yes, you are under arrest. So we just need you to step out. We don't want it to be incident or anything. Just ask you to step out and face the panel of their force, please.
So, ma'am, like I explained to you, this isn't the place to argue. That just makes things worse. That's why there's court.
Yeah, you guys looked for the most petty thing that you could to arrest me for.
Okay, well, we didn't
And
look
I'm
for
willing
it.
to bet that in the process, you guys have got a whole lot of other things going on. So before we jump to that, I'd like to know what I was pulled over for.
I told you, you're stopped for expired tires. Okay, additionally, the registered owner of the vehicle is suspended. It appeared to look similar to you based off the picture I pulled up before I stopped you. But in and of itself, I can stop you if the registered owner of the vehicle is suspended and the description would match. Additionally, you have a light housing on the back here that's broken. I didn't notify you that that's why I stopped you, because I was primarily just stopping you for the tag. But I mean, we can point at things, but I don't want to nitpick with you. I don't want to argue with you. Okay, this is kind of what we're going to do. You're obviously very familiar with the courts. You referenced the Supreme Court earlier in the stop. Okay, so you know that that's the place to argue this stuff. So at this point, that's why you're under arrest. Okay, so we're going to ask that you step out. We don't want an argument with you. We don't want any
So what are you going to do
altercation.
with my car?
So your car, so you were convicted of driving while suspended recently. So
You have no insurance on the vehicle.
You guys have no legal right to tow it.
Okay, again, you can argue that in court.
But I'm talking to you now.
Okay, this isn't the place for these arguments, okay, ma'am? So I'm going to ask you to go ahead and step out of the vehicle, and if you refuse
I will
to...
step
okay.
out of the vehicle. However, the U.S. Supreme Court has already ruled that a vehicle is a household effect.
Okay,
Therefore, you have no right to tow it.
okay. Again, you can argue that in court. You can argue that, you can file lawsuits, you can do what you like.
So,
Okay.
in other words, what you're saying, Chief,
Mm-hmm.
is that you don't care
get him on the camera.
that you are stomping all over my
Okay,
constitutional rights.
what I care about is this is my job, okay? I am educated and I'm informed and I get the training on laws and court rulings.
But that does
okay?
not mean that you know all the laws.
Okay.
And that does not mean that you are kept up to date
Right.
on the U.S. Supreme Court's rulings.
Right. So I'm pretty kept up to date. And again, if
I've done my
I'm wrong,
research.
I'll eat crow later, okay? But this isn't the
Eating
place
crow
for it.
later is not going to help me.
Okay, well it might. So go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead and step out of the
In the
vehicle. You are
meantime,
under arrest.
you guys are taking something that you have no legal
All right.
right to take.
Again, not the place for the argument.
I have not even said that I'm going to tow it yet, but we need you to step out now so we can get you in custody safely, and then we'll go from there. So please face that way. Face that way, and put your hands behind your back.
Ow!
Okay.
Would you
Do
please
you need
be
two sets of
gentle?
cuffs?
I have a right shoulder injury, so
Chief, can
please
you
be
hold this
gentle.
on? We'll put 2 sets of cuffs on.
And please do not pull my arms up.
We're going to do our very best. I'm only limited by these 2 cuffs.
Too high.
It'd be a little better if you were able to hold a little more still.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm not standing still enough for you. I'm a little bit scared.
Real quick, ma'am, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to have an attorney present while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at no expense. Do you understand those rights, ma'am?
I'm pleading with this.
Okay. 30 to 11. 216 has 1 female in custody.
After she's in handcuffs, the police pat her down and help her call a neighbor to come pick up the car. From there, she's headed to jail.
Is it okay if I take your glasses off before I put you in the car?
Preferably not.
Alright, that's fine. I asked what
Generally,
you prefer.
it wouldn't be a big deal, but I get such bad headaches
That's fine.
from the light. It's,
Okay, I'll have you step this way for me. And just right around me to the door here. So the best way is going to be to get up as close to that corner as you can, face me, and then sit back, and then swing your legs in. Just do your best. You can take as much time as you need.
Officer, you're gonna have to help me.
Okay, how would you like me to help you? Would you like me to hold pressure on your back so you can slowly go in?
Do you want to hold onto your sweatshirt like this?
That'll work.
Okay. Slowly lean down.
As slow as you need.
A little more, yep.
Okay.
Keep going. There we go.
Awesome.
Yep.
So duck. Okay, so your head should be clear now. And I'll give you some time to get your legs in.
It's not as easy as
I know, it's difficult.
Okay, this is...
You want me to go on the other side and pull on you?
Can you push my feet up?
Yep. There we go. I'll hopefully sit you up. Perfect. There we go. Okay, would you like a window down?
No, thank you.
Okay.
At one point, the officer taking Green Carnes to booking has to pull over as the woman has a very dramatic reaction to being in the cramped back seat.
You gotta see.
Would you like an ambulance?
No, I just gotta get this.
You're positive you don't want any medical attention, correct?
It won't help.
Howdy. So she was having a back spasm and couldn't wait, so.
I'm sorry, my back went out
That's alright.
a couple weeks ago, and it's been kind of sliding in and out since.
It happens. Stretch out real quick, and then we're only about 4 minutes away from the jail, so. How are you, sir? Good. How are you?
Do you mind holding my shoulders?
How would you like me to hold them?
Just, yeah. And I'm gonna lean to the right to stretch, and then I'm gonna lean to the left.
Okay.
If we can get that stretched out to the jail,
It's-
it'll be
They'll take those off, and you
Take
can
that
flail
off
your
and-
arms all you want.
it'll be a lot better.
You want to give it a shot? You ready? Okay, let's do it.
Same thing as before,
Okay,
please.
you need me to hold your jacket?
Yep.
All right. Lean back.
Let me. A little more.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh,
Yep.
full arm? Okay. I got you. Want me to push back on you some?
Okay, since we practiced this earlier. Please.
Okay, we're almost there.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm sorry, I got a cramp in my hip now.
Well, let's get there so we can get you out. Okay.
The very patient police officer arrested Green Carnes for unlawful possession of a firearm. Results of record appearance were not available at the time of this recording. So we're going to get back to After Hours in just a second, but I want to thank Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring this episode of After Hours. These people on this body cam of After Hours, it shows you how scary and unpredictable the world can be. And let's say, unfortunately, if you're ever injured or if you've ever been injured, you can turn to Morgan & Morgan. They're America's largest personal injury firm with over 1,000 attorneys. How did they get 1,000 attorneys, you might be wondering? It's a great question. Because they win a lot. In the past few months, for example, Morgan & Morgan saw verdicts of $12.2 million in Florida, $26 million in PA, and $6.8 million in New York. So if you're ever injured and you want to submit a claim and see how much it could be worth, you can do so in 8 clicks or less. They've totally modernized the personal injury process. You can do it on your phone. So to submit a claim, all you have to do is go to forthepeople.com/afterhours or click the link in the description and in the pinned comments. Next, we're headed to beautiful Sedona, Arizona. It's the summer of 2021, and this vehicle has a fake license plate. The officer approaches the passenger side to talk to the driver, who's identified as Matthew Tucciaroni.
Hello. Hi, I'm Officer Woods from Sedona Police Department. The reason I stopped you is it appears you have a fictitious license plate on the back of your vehicle. Do you know anything about that?
I'm a sovereign human being.
Okay.
And I'm an American national.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license, insurance, and registration, please? What?
No.
Do you have any form of ID on you?
No, Matthew Tucciaroni is my name.
Okay. All right. So just so
I've
you
been
know.
pulled over a couple times already by state troopers, sheriffs, and this is recognized. Okay?
Okay, I don't agree.
Tucciaroni wasn't interested in hearing what the officer had to say and actually ended up rolling up the window while the officer was talking.
All right, go ahead and step out, please. Step out of your car, please.
No. I didn't do anything
Mary
wrong.
1, I need another unit. Step it up, please.
I did not do anything wrong.
Pennsylvania versus Mims is a Supreme Court case law that says you're required to get out of that car if I ask you. If you do not, I'm going to force you to.
Hold on a second. I'm calling my lawyer.
Okay, get out of your car.
I'm calling my lawyer.
You can call your lawyer if you want, but as soon as another officer gets here, I'm going to force you out of that car if you don't get out on your own.
I don't need to be under arrest. I didn't do anything wrong.
You're being detained right now. And Pennsylvania versus Mims is the United States Supreme Court case law.
Arrest?
You're being detained.
Why?
Because
Why?
I told you, I'm
confused.
investigating one crime.
Okay.
You also said you don't have a driver's license, which is another one. And if you don't provide me a form of identification when I'm investigating you for a crime, that is a third crime that I'm investigating you for.
There is no crime.
You are required by law to provide me your true full legal name if I'm investigating a crime.
Well, this car,
If you do not provide me with your true full legal name, you can be arrested for that.
Matthew Tucciaroni.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license or any other form of
I am
identification?
a sovereign being. My name is Matthew Tucciaroni.
Okay. Again, Arizona Revised Statutes
Hi,
28-1595
Officer Beers.
requires you to show me an ID
well,
card or
listen,
driver's license.
please.
Get out.
No, I'm not getting out of the
Okay,
car. This is
I'm
not,
gonna give you-
I didn't do anything wrong.
All right.
I'm not getting out of
Matthew?
the car. I've done.
If you do not get out, I'm going to force you out.
An officer that Tucciaroni seems to know arrives at the scene and tries to calm him down.
Matthew, look at me.
Officer Beers, I'm not doing anything
Matthew.
wrong today, but just
Look at me. If you don't get out, I'm going to force you out. I'm going to charge you with resisting arrest also. So get out, please. Come on.
all right. Come on, sir.
Get out.
There's no reason to
I've
act
asked
like
you
this.
probably 10 times to get out.
There's no reason to act like this.
Get out of your car then. All right.
There's no reason to act like this. There's no reason to
Get
act
out.
like this. Do not touch me.
Get out.
Do not touch me.
Get out of your car.
Do not touch me. Do not touch me, please. Please, do not touch me.
I've asked you 10 times to get out. Get out on your own then.
What are you doing? Please, do not touch me, sir.
Officer Ramirez. Ow! Come on. Get on the ground.
Please,
Get on your
I
stomach.
didn't do anything.
Get on your stomach.
Come on,
Just
Officer
comply.
Ramirez.
Just comply. Just comply for now. Just comply. All right. Just comply for now. Okay. All right. I just got here. Okay. But right now, the best thing you can do is just comply. All right. If you want to file a complaint, I will give you that information. All right. I promise. My superiors will overlook everything. Okay. All right. But he had to repeat himself. All right. Like I said. All right. Just stand up for me. Stand up. All right. Matthew, what are you?
Come on. Let's go back to your car.
With the sovereign plate on?
Please don't.
You are detained. You were detained from the beginning when I told you that.
Relax, all right? I know. Just relax, okay? Right now you're safe. You are safe. You got a sovereign plate on there. You did comply with my officer here. Okay? All right, just relax, all right? You are safe.
Go ahead and take a seat for me, all right?
Just relax, Matthew,
Can
okay?
I just say like this? I just want some.
Put your feet in
please,
for me.
I'm not gonna go.
Please just listen to my officer. Just
Put your
listen to
feet
my
inside,
officer.
please.
I want, okay? We'll get you some water. We'll make you some comfortable. Right now, we got to do what we got to do, all right?
The officers removed the fake license plate and expressed their frustration with sovereign citizens.
Yeah, I went on the passenger side.
started asking questions, he just rolled up the window and turned around and started dialing people. I'm like, nope, you're getting out.
I don't understand why they think we're making it up. You know what I mean? Like,
I even told him the statute.
Tucciaroni was charged with resisting arrest, displaying a fictitious license plate, and failing to provide evidence of identity. He represented himself in Superior Court, and the judge decided to move the case to Justice Court as a misdemeanor. Tucciaroni failed to show up for that court date and was subsequently arrested again. Next, we're in Volusia County, Florida. The sheriff there posted a video compilation from November 2023 showing the arrest of 2 alleged sovereign citizens. The traffic stop starts over the license plate.
It's a blue Ford truck displaying some kind of sovereign citizen looking tag. Can you start us a second, please? I think it says Post-Union Treaty. Geneva Convention Neutral Zone Transport Vehicle. That's not how this works, man. You know what the flag upside down means?
No.
It's a sign of distress.
The truck stops at a gas station, and when the officer approaches, the driver is on the phone with a woman who's coaching him through what to say.
Hey, boss, how you doing? Not too bad. Deputy of the Sheriff's Office.
I just got pulled over.
Hey, so the reason why I'm stopping you, boss, I didn't recognize the tag that was on your vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have your driver's license registration with you?
Here you go. I got the paperwork right here. Where's the paperwork at, Michelle? Here. All right.
It's where?
Down my seat.
Okay.
Here. She wants to talk.
It's on speaker.
Yeah, good.
Okay, where's your driver's license, boss?
That's for the... No, I don't need my window down.
I'm sorry. So, do you have a driver's license?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, what's your name, boss? I don't see your name on here. Can you point it to me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not how this works. Where's your driver name at?
I'm just getting him the paperwork. Okay. Here, you talk to him then.
Ma'am, if he refuses to identify himself in this traffic stop, there's going to be an issue.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
he is identifying as a national of the neutral power state. As you know, that removes him from your jurisdiction.
It doesn't matter who he identifies as. He's operating a motor vehicle in the state of Florida, ma'am. What?
Yeah.
Charlie 40 for a second?
So, are for you.
Charlie 40. 44. How far out is my second?
Your
Put it along Charlie 49. 93. How far are you guys?
No, I just was checking. Ma'am, so this is what's going on. The tag on his vehicle does not appear like it's proper back to any state. So it appears the vehicle is unregistered. Then on top of that, I come up here, I'm asking for his identification documents, and he's handing me a stack of the papers instead of a driver's license. So I'm concerned he might be driving without a driver's license, and his vehicle might be unregistered. What?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name, boss? Sir, what's your name?
Everything, right here.
Can I see your name, please?
Right here.
Where?
Right there.
Please point to it.
Right there.
Where's your name, sir? I'm not
Right
seeing
there.
it. Are you the postmaster? That's what it says. Postmaster?
I am the postmaster.
So is your first name Mark or your last name Mark?
No.
So nothing on here has
Right
your name.
there. Right there.
Is your Destiny
First name.
Mark? Destry? Is
Yep.
that how am I saying
Yep.
it? And what's your last name, boss? I can't see it.
Right there. Walgerman.
Walgerman? What's your date of birth, sir?
It's all right there.
It's not
I'm
on
not
there.
telling him anything.
All right. Well, this is the thing. If we cannot properly identify you, then there could be a potential issue for us coming up.
I'm telling you that you cannot talk to us.
Well, that's fine. He doesn't necessarily have to talk to me, but he does have to obey my lawful commands.
Sir, as you know, the terms of the Geneva Convention clearly state that you are required to have knowledge of every term
Hey, Murphy.
Why is he looking at my truck for?
This is part of his job. Hey, Murphy, can you just switch with me real fast? Who? Lieutenant who?
What, Lieutenant who? Lieutenant who?
I think you mean trying to say Galarza.
Yeah.
All right, just hold on right here. I just got to look at something real fast. Yes.
The deputy double checks the status of the truck, then returns to give the bad news.
That's going to be negative. Comes back on a blue 2012 Ford, registered to a Lower Lynn, the Bonzi, out of Lake Helen, expired back in 2022.
All right, sir. This is kind of where we're at. So I checked the.
Hang on, Michelle. Hang on. Michelle, hang on.
So this is kind of where we're at. So I checked the VIN. The car is currently looks like it's unregistered. So if you don't have, do you have a Florida driver's license or a driver's license out of another state that I can check to ensure that you're a licensed driver?
Right there's all I got.
Okay, well, there's a problem. So I tried to search you up under this. I can't find anybody, I can't find you. So if I can't verify that you have a valid driver's license, then how am I supposed to let you drive off?
She's coming.
That's not gonna change anything.
He's saying I gotta have a valid driver's license.
To operate a motor vehicle in the state of Florida, yes, sir.
Okay, you're at Catalina and Howland?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, it's a simple question. Do you have a valid driver's license?
Right there's all my paperwork I got.
Okay.
She's coming over.
Ask him that because he's not required to provide any
First name is it Death Street? Is your middle name Mark?
Well, because he's got it right here. He's got the paperwork in his hand.
All we're trying to do is just identify it, that's it, and then send you on your way. Is that your last name?
Yep.
Okay, is your ID through Florida? What state is it from?
I'm right here. Yeah.
What state is it from?
But she's coming to talk to you.
That's fine. What state is your ID from?
I don't have an ID. I was surrendering my ID and my birth certificate and everything.
When you used to have an ID, what state was it from?
Colorado.
Colorado?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
what's
it
your,
don't-
what's that?
It won't register because it's fine. Here she is. She's right there.
That's fine. I don't need her, actually, and she's not going to come over here. What is your date of birth?
It's right there. Everything's right there.
No, not everything is right here. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Not
She
at
knows
all.
this. I know.
Destry, hop on out.
I'm not. Why do I need to get out of my car? Have I done something wrong? Wait. Whoa. Before you drag me out of the car, what have I done?
Hop out of the car.
Have I done something wrong?
You're failing to identify yourself.
That's not a law. That's not a misdemeanor. It's not a law. Hey, don't get in my car. What are you guys doing? What's this? They're jerking me out of the car, Michelle.
Get out.
They're getting me out of the car. All right, I'm getting out. All right, I'm getting out.
Stop pulling away from me.
You guys are jerking me around. You guys are jerking me around.
Look over. I got you.
All right. Well, I'm not jerking around.
Now you're under arrest, buddy.
Damn.
We're not doing anything.
What's the fight? I'm resisting and you guys are jerking me around. How the hell am I
Out of the car, man.
Figure this all out, sir.
Well, not to show my ID is not a federal offense. You tell me. Not an ID state.
Separate your feet, boss.
Not an ID state here. And I don't go for certain seats.
Stop bucking on me, please. It's not registered.
Stay on my wallet.
No.
It's not. Stay on my wallet.
Everything's coming out your pockets
No.
now. Hey,
Stay on
switch
my
sides,
wallet.
man.
I don't accept.
You might not accept it, but it doesn't mean it's not happening.
You guys are searching me for no reason at all. None.
Stop yelling, please.
When the woman on the phone arrives at the scene, things escalate again.
Okay. Yes. Do you want to talk to him or not? If not, we're going to get him out of here. We're trying to give you the keys. Hey, what?
Hey, watch your back.
Because I have a phone number for him.
Unlock this door now.
No, I'm not going to unlock.
Get out.
We breaking?
Open the door. No. Yes, so. Now get out. Get out. Get out.
Out of the car.
Oh, stop it.
You guys told 241 and you're hurting me.
Give us your hands. Give us your hands.
No! I'm not looking into your...
X-ray 90 Central.
Oh, yeah? Right.
We have another 1015. Do we have a watch commander logged on?
U.S.
The man was identified as Destry Wagerman. He was charged with driving an unregistered motor vehicle, habitually driving with a suspended or revoked license, and resisting an officer without violence. He entered a no-contest plea in December and had to serve 2 days in jail. The woman was identified as Laura Lynn Nabisny. She was also charged with operating a vehicle while her driver's license was suspended or revoked, as well as not having proof of insurance or a license plate. Her case is still moving through the courts. Her next hearing is in May. Now we're headed to Gulf Breeze, Florida. It's January of 2022, around 2 in the morning. And from the moment Haley Smith rolls down her window, she's hostile.
Young lady, Officer Banks, Gulf Breeze Police Department. I'm pulling you over. You're doing 54 and a 35. Any reason for that speed tonight?
Where's the 35?
Before you got off the bridge, and as soon as you came off the bridge. All this is 35.
I was going 40, I thought.
Nope. You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not?
15-7, 41 with me. Ma'am, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle.
Am I a crime?
Yeah, you are being detained right now. Step out the vehicle, young lady.
I know my rights.
Either you step out the vehicle, I will remove you from the vehicle.
I know my rights.
15-7, sovereign supervisor,
right
sovereign citizen.
Did you hear what I said? You need to get a supervisor out here right now.
No, you need to step out the vehicle right now. Young lady, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle. Last time I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to make you step out the vehicle.
You're going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
No, you're going to step out the vehicle right now.
You are going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
That's fine.
I know my rights.
What right is that?
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. I am not, this is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Very well.
That's what you want to stick with?
Call a supervisor.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
Right now.
Or else what?
I know my rights.
If I don't call a supervisor, or else what?
I guess we're not going to go anywhere then.
Okay. So just hold it for me and go and give me the channel.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
Yeah, our channel 1 will be 1033.
That can educate you on what the law is.
Okay. He could educate me on what the law is. What? So do you have an ID or you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have a driver's license on me.
Okay. Do you have one issued to you?
In Mississippi.
In Mississippi. So why would you need a driver's license to drive on the road if you don't need a license?
That was years ago.
Oh, so what year is this?
What year was the ID issued?
29.
I hope that's your supervisor.
You hope it is?
I really do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
What is your name and badge number?
I already told you my name. It's Officer Banks.
What is your badge number?
It's Officer Banks.
Are you failing to?
Are you failing to give me your driver's license?
I don't have to give you a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
Okay.
I have all the laws back here.
Okay. So you're not going to give me a driver's license?
I'm not going to give you a driver's license. I don't have to give you a driver's license.
Okay.
I'm traveling. I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Okay. And what state is that?
Any state. It's common law, natural law.
Okay.
Constitutional law.
Okay.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
I do?
Yes.
Okay.
Smith demands a supervisor, and one soon arrives.
Her vehicle stopped for speeding. 54 and 35 coming off the bridge. She asked me where the speed limit was, saying that is before she got off the bridge. She actually did a U-turn. We were in the 35 zone. We pull over here. I introduced myself. I said, any reason why we're driving this fast? And I said, you got your license. She immediately goes into, I don't need a license to drive the vehicle.
Okay.
And then she said, I am traveling.
Okay. So, you do need a license to drive a vehicle. And you do have to identify yourself to these officers.
I do not have to have a license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
You're wrong, but okay.
I know common law, natural law.
I don't care about common law. You're in the state of
I know
Florida.
that you don't.
You're in the state of Florida. You're in the state of Florida.
It doesn't matter in what state
It does matter.
I'm in the U.S.
It does matter. So you better hope the information you gave us comes back as to being you. So at this point in time, I need you to shut the vehicle off and step out of the car.
I'm not getting out of the vehicle.
You're going to get out of the car.
I haven't been suspected of a crime.
You are being legally stopped on a traffic stop. You are not being cooperative. It is not a Terry stop.
What
Trust
crime
me,
am
I know the
committing?
difference. You were speeding.
speed.
Turn the
this
vehicle
truck.
off and get out of the car. Out of the car now. Undo the
Let me
seatbelt.
turn the vehicle off.
Turn it off now.
Officer Schaefer, unbuckle her.
Put all that down.
Step out, turn around, face away from me. Turn around, face away
Turn
from me.
around.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Well, then you can tell that to the judge if you end up going to jail.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I have all the laws right there.
I
in the
don't
back
care
of my
what
car.
laws you say you have.
I know that you don't care because you're
Then
you're supposed to be a police
then
officer.
you should
a
know
peace
that
officer.
you should know that this conversation's over then.
Right, because you don't care about the laws. You don't care about our rights. I live right down there.
Where's your ID out of, or your license out of?
Mississippi.
I just thought you didn't have one. You
Sir,
just said you don't need one.
This is ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. We're
Yes,
not going
it
to play
is.
any of these games with you tonight.
It's not a game. This is my rights as a,
It's not
as a
your rights.
citizen.
It's not your rights.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You're in the state of Florida. The state of Florida requires you to have a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle.
Sir, it doesn't matter what state I'm in.
See, that's your problem, is you say it doesn't matter, but it does. In
the
this country,
laws in
it
my
does.
car.
I don't care about what laws you say you have.
You should care about the
I
laws
don't.
and the rights
but
of citizens. You're a
we
peace
know your
officer.
rights. We know your rights.
No, you
You
don't.
don't
I
know
know
your
my-
rights.
yes,
no,
I
you
do.
don't.
Yes, I do.
Because if you knew your rights, you knew, or you would know, and should know, that you must have a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle. And if I find out that if I find out that you are not giving us the right information to identify
I gave
you,
the right information. Why would I do that? I'm trying to use my rights as a legal citizen. Why would I
you do that? Well, you would do that because you don't have a valid driver's license.
I don't have a valid driver's license. I don't have to have a valid driver's license.
You do.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
Then we'll let the judge determine that.
We will let the... You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything wrong.
We can arrest you.
No, you can't.
If you don't have a valid driver's license, we most certainly can.
Can I please call my
No,
mother?
you cannot.
Why?
Because you don't need to call you. Are you an adult?
Yes.
Then why do you need to call your mother?
To come and get me from jail since I'm being illegally
You
detained.
will be able to call her once you get there.
Can I at least lock my car?
We will make sure it is secure.
What are you going to do with my car?
Probably tow it.
Why?
Because you are driving without a license.
I don't have to have a license to drive. That is commercial driving.
It is not commercial driving.
Yes, it is.
We are doing our job.
No,
Whether you
you're
agree or not doesn't matter. It's a
You
moot
take
point.
orders from the top. You don't know the laws and the rights. Law is
We do.
canon law.
We do.
Sergeant Turner.
And in this country, what laws do we follow?
Canon law. Y'all follow canon law. We follow
The rest
natural
of it.
law.
Who is
common
we?
law.
Who is we? Who's we? Tell me who we is.
Police officers.
No,
not
police
peace officers.
We are police officers. We're not peace officers. We're police officers.
Yes, I know that now.
So then your argument just needs to stop, and you just need to sit there quietly.
Sergeant Turner, please
Yes.
just let me go home.
No.
Why?
Because you do not have a valid driver's license, and you have done nothing but give my officers a hard time during this entire ordeal.
I tell you that I have rights.
You don't know your rights,
I haven't
clearly.
been ugly to y'all. I haven't yelled at you.
You
and
have
ran
not
away.
been cooperative.
I haven't been cooperative. In what?
Not
silent?
at all.
Just go with it.
No, just be honest.
Sergeant, please.
You don't have a license.
Okay, I'll never drive again.
Yes, you will, because you believe you don't have to have a license.
I'll go get a driver's license tomorrow.
Well, wait a minute. Now you're telling me that you'll go get a license.
Because you're telling
but yet
me
you
that I have no
believe
choice.
you don't. That's correct. You have no choice.
Police learned that Smith had already failed to appear in court for very similar crimes.
You failed to appear on a court appearance for, what was it, expired license? So your Mississippi driver's license is expired.
And for the registration.
Okay, and the registration. So you had a court date that you missed. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
You don't, or you choose not to?
No, sir. I would not lie to you. I don't lie. I do not remember that.
Okay, well, you do have a warrant out of Santa Rosa County. So
We're
regardless,
in Santa Rosa County.
you're in Santa Rosa County. Do you not know where you live?
I just moved here. My
When?
mother lives on High Point.
When did you move here?
About 2 months ago, from Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Okay. And you don't know what county you live in now after
No,
2 months?
I don't. That's not something I use often. What county I live in.
Okay. Well, you are going to jail tonight.
Well, thank you, Sergeant Turner.
You're welcome.
Smith is sticking to her guns, repeatedly arguing that the officer just doesn't understand the law. But the deputies are worried she also might have an actual gun.
You got some karma.
I'm not worried about my karma.
I know. You're one of those.
No, you know what I'm actually worried about? People like
You're
you
actually worried
who
about
think that
meeting a
laws
quota.
don't. No, there is no quota.
There
It's
are
people
laws
like
that
you
don't
who
matter.
believe that laws don't pertain to them. And that's just
They
not
don't.
the case.
They don't.
Then enjoy spending a lifetime in and out of jail. Because
I've
that
never
is what
been
will
to jail.
happen.
Though it won't, actually.
If you continue to act like this and do this, it will.
I'm not acting like anything. I'm
Then
telling
I would
you
suggest
that
moving
what my
back to
rights
Mississippi.
are. I'm not moving back to Mississippi.
Then if
either.
you stay living here and driving a car without getting a valid driver's license, that is what is going to happen.
You do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I've already been through roadblocks with state troopers with this.
Then they're not very good state troopers.
Yes, they are, because they know their rights. And they know the law.
No, if they let you through with this garbage, they're not.
This is not garbage.
It's garbage.
Have you done any research into it?
More than you will ever know.
Okay,
You're not
well,
the
then you
first
would know
one.
it's not
You're not
garbage.
the first person I've run across that thinks this way.
Yeah, I know.
And
We're
those
a problem right
those
now.
other people went to jail too.
Good. You know.
It's not
It
good.
doesn't change
It shouldn't
the fact
happen.
that I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I do not. I'm not a commercial driver. I'm not driving people around. I'm traveling. That is considered a part of my home. And I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
I suppose you don't have to have a registration either. Where's the gun in the car?
The gun? There's no gun in that car.
There seems to be ammo.
The gun's in a pawn shop.
When did you pawn it?
Like 2 months ago.
So why are you still just carrying around ammo?
I didn't know that ammo was in there.
The next thing the deputies find in Smith's car gets her in much bigger trouble.
Drugs inside the vehicle, you are under arrest now for possession of felony narcotics.
I didn't give y'all permission to search my vehicle either.
Your vehicle's being towed. We're inventorying it. We're not searching it.
Yes, you are. You're searching my vehicle.
You say that our laws don't matter to you, so what's it matter?
Obviously, I don't have any laws right now.
No, there's plenty of laws. You're just breaking them.
I don't have to mind laws that aren't valid.
They're valid laws.
They are not valid laws.
The United States and the state of Florida seem to think they are.
The United States has a constitution that we fall under.
Right.
Statutes, mandates,
and
codes.
So
none of that matters.
So under our constitution, it still gives the state governments the right to govern themselves, correct?
That's right. And the sheriff has all the power.
That's right.
That's right.
The sheriff does. He is
Yes,
the head law enforcement
officer. He's not
officer.
part of NATO. He's not part of the Council on Foreign Relations.
I'm not part of NATO either.
Well, you take orders from the top.
Nope, I don't.
Yes, you do.
You know who I take my orders from? My chief of police.
Exactly. And he takes orders from the top.
Who's the top?
You want me to give him one name? I mean, that would be impossible.
Well, I don't know who the top is.
I know, because you haven't done research.
I guess I'm just an ignorant cop.
Nope, you said that. I didn't say that.
Well, that's what you're implying.
No, I didn't imply things.
Then stop implying that I only take orders from the top. Fair enough?
You do take orders from the top. That's how it works.
Afraid not.
Oh, it doesn't? Y'all just make up your own? Yeah, I know that's what y'all doing right now.
No, you make up your own.
I don't. I know the Constitution. I've learned it.
I know the Constitution too. I also know that the states have the right to govern themselves.
That's been turned into
Oh, and I'm sure you're the expert.
yeah.
You're not.
I have rights and I live in America.
Correct. But You
And
decide
I don't-
which laws to
I don't
follow.
take orders from anybody.
Nobody's giving you
Except
orders.
God.
Nobody's giving you orders.
Obviously, you are right now.
No,
You're
right
going
now.
to jail.
Yeah, because
an order.
you violated Florida state
I
law.
violated a law that someone made up that's not legal.
The Constitution was made up
Yeah.
by people.
Yeah, and God.
Those same people put laws into place even back then.
Our Constitution was changed in 1776 and in 1871.
I don't think it was changed in 1776.
It was written in 1776.
Ah, there we go.
And it was changed in 1871
I'll have to take your word on that one.
because you haven't done the research.
Because I don't need to. You're just playing a victim.
I'm not playing a victim.
That's what you're doing.
I'm not a victim. I'll never be a victim. I hate that mentality.
Then why are you playing all these excuses as to you don't need a driver's
It's not
license?
an excuse. I have the laws in that car. That's why I ride around with them.
Why? To
I have
educate
the book of the Constitution in
to
there.
educate people like me?
I don't think that you're interested in learning anything.
I don't
that
think
you're very stubborn.
I don't think you know anything about me to even get to make that comment.
Smith was arrested and charged with possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, DUI, and driving without a license. The court adjudicated her guilty plea on drug paraphernalia and DUI charges. That means she could have the charges removed from her record if she completed 1 year of probation and met all of her sentencing requirements. But court records show she violated her probation in 2023 when an officer tried to pull her over for having a headlight out. And she refused to stop until she was in her driveway. She also still didn't have a valid driver's license. Our next suspect who refuses to cooperate is in Martin County, Florida. It's February 2024, and David Melanson apparently ran through a red light. But when it came time for him to identify himself, he was resistant. Eventually, the deputies resorted to force.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
What is the purpose for you pulling me over?
The purpose for me pulling you over is because you ran through that red light.
Oh, I did?
You did, yes sir.
It wasn't yellow?
No sir, it was solid red.
No, it was.
Yes. Do you have your license, insurance,
No,
or registration?
actually, we're not going to do that. So,
I'm sorry?
I don't know how to explain this to you, but I don't need to give you any identification.
Okay. Yes, you do.
No, I
I'm
don't.
requesting for your driver's license.
No.
Okay. So we're not doing this. Okay.
No.
I'm requesting for your driver's license.
For what? What crime was committed?
Because I'm conducting a traffic enforcement.
What crime was committed, though?
You broke a traffic enforcement. You ran through a red light.
That's for CDLs. Like, I don't know.
I'm sorry?
No.
Okay. Go
The light
ahead and
was
step out for
yellow.
me.
I'm not stepping out of the vehicle.
Go ahead and step out for me.
That's not happening. That's not happening.
Sir,
That's not happening. Take your hands off of me.
step out for me.
I'm not stepping out. I got a dog here, too. Call for backup, bro.
Pick my backup up. Alright, step out.
I'm not getting out. You're not telling me what I'm doing.
Sir, we're not doing this.
No, you damn straight we're not.
We're not doing this.
Get your
Step
hands
out.
off of me.
Step
Get
out.
your hands off of me.
I'm telling you one more time. Step out.
Who do you think
Step
you are?
out.
Don't do that with the dog here.
Okay, then don't do this.
Don't do it.
Don't do this.
Don't do it with the dog
Step
here.
out.
Don't do it with the dog here.
Step out.
What are you doing?
Get the
I have a
out of the car. Get the out of the car. Get the out of the car.
What are you doing?
Out of the car.
Watch yourself. Get your hand back.
On the ground.
That's my dog.
Yeah, I can know that.
That's not good.
That's good.
515 out of adult male 17.
The man's dog gets out of the car, clearly concerned. So deputies make sure it's safe in the car as they take Melanson into custody.
I can't believe that. I can't believe you just punched me in the face.
You're 100% right, I did. You pushed my hand off the freaking...
Stand up. Stand up.
You want to try and get the dog back in the car? Come on. Hey. Hey.
Hold up.
Hey,
Hey.
come here.
Come here. Come on. Load up. Load up. Come on. Inside.
he's like, I don't know why you stopped me. Explained to him why I stopped him. Asked him for his driver's license. He's like, I don't have to give you my driver's license. That's only for CDL. And then I told him to step out. He's not stepping out. Told him several times. He's still not stepping out. Went to lock his door. He's like, and that's when I grabbed his hands.
Yeah, so then I reach in. I go to try and open the door from the inside. He pushes my hands off. So he's sovereign citizen.
Probably. David.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
I am giving you one opportunity to take care of your dog. Who can we call to get that dog?
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
I come from Massachusetts.
That's fine.
I've been down here for 2 years.
Okay.
I'm living inside my car.
Okay.
Okay. My girl and my baby live in another state, and I'm paying for their rent and all their other shit, okay?
Okay.
So I do not have anyone that I can call right now offhand. You can come get the dog.
Okay.
Actually, maybe I can call someone from work. I work at ABC over there.
Well, we're gonna call animal control. Okay. It's gonna go.
Can I call someone from work then?
How fast can they get here?
They live down the street.
Down the street?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your phone in the car?
Yep.
Okay.
I believe so.
Hold on a second.
When the deputies look inside the SUV, they identify something that could have been used as a weapon against law enforcement.
Yeah, he has that like axe right there. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he's got an axe in there?
Right there. Right by the passenger. Or a hammer. Something.
Yeah.
Right there. Could be a hammer.
Nice.
That's why I was like trying to grab his hand. I'm like, because if he grabs that, we're done.
A deputy read Melanson his Miranda rights as he sat in the back of the patrol car. When asked if he understood his rights, he opted not to respond. Melanson was charged with obstructing an officer without violence, no registration, no insurance, and running the red light. He's decided to go pro se and represent himself in court. His next hearing is scheduled for May. We end today's After Hours where a man's calm demeanor with officers didn't get him out of an arrest. An Oklahoma City officer spotted an SUV that didn't have an Oklahoma tag, so he went to check it out.
How's it going, man? You all right?
Yes, sir.
You lost?
No, sir. Well, we found it. It's where the
Okay.
Crown Vic is.
Okay. Are you working with like a church or something, or what?
Negative. My name is Church.
Okay, I got you. So is this like, what is this vehicle for then?
It's for me.
Okay. I just noticed it doesn't have like an actual license plate on the back. It just has your... Is it like a business vehicle or what?
No. According to the law, Title 47, I don't have to have a registered tag if I'm not conducting commerce. If I'm just in my personal activities, I don't need a tag. If I'm doing commerce, then I need a tag.
Okay. Well, it's got like a... Let me look at the plate real fast.
You got two statutes back there as well. Those are these statutes.
Why does it say not for hire on it?
By law, it has to say that. If I'm conducting commerce, then I'd have to say for hire.
Okay.
If I'm not for hire, the law say I have to post it on my vehicle as not for hire.
Okay, do you have valid insurance on it?
I'm not required to answer that by law, but if you want to write me a ticket, I'll go ahead and take the ticket.
Okay.
That way your day will go by faster and mine.
Well, do you just have an ID? All I'm trying to make sure is you have a driver's license and stuff like that, and I'll get you out of here.
Well, I don't need a driver's license to drive.
Okay.
Because that's for people that's conducting commerce.
Okay.
The problem is they don't tell y'all that, and they don't tell the citizens that. It is in law, but the problem is when we get out here, y'all don't know and we don't know.
Okay.
The law do say those who are conducting commerce have to have a driver's license. But if I'm in my regular conveyance, I already took the law down. Title 68-701 says I have a right to travel.
Okay. All right, dude, who's in the back seat with you?
I'm taking her where that Crown Vic is, right there.
Okay. All right, hang on just a second, okay?
No problem.
When he heard the officer say Jackson might be a sovereign citizen, Jackson said sovereign citizens were on the same level as terrorists, and he was not one of them. Jackson was arrested on complaints of knowingly removing a VIN, illegal tag display, driving under suspicion, and failure to show proof of insurance. It was reported at the time that Jackson planned to represent himself in court, but were unable to verify his case status at the time of this episode. Thanks for watching this week's episode. Law and Crime After Hours is written, researched, and produced by Savannah Williamson. Video editing is done by the Mikey Deininger. I'm Sam Goldberg. We'll see you next week.
Ah.